we now return to Let's Play Augustus. It's swapped over now, and we are using the Augustus mod, and as you may be able to tell, there's quite a bit different. So much so that there is actually a manual for all of the changes that the mod makes, which is pretty incredible. Perhaps the most useful is this thing right over here, which is kind of nice. But there's so much, and I didn't read thoroughly everything in the manual. But the most important thing is going to be finding all the new stuff. Because apparently, we have access to roadblocks, the game can be zoomed. There's a roadblock right there. I'm not sure how the game can be zoomed, but frankly I don't need it. Yeah, so hopefully a much better experience. I'm not going to continue playing this one though, just because of the ridiculous requirements and the fact that we just can't make this setup work. So what we're going to do instead, it turns out there are in fact cheat codes. Sort of. So what I actually need, screw it, I'll just pull them down. I need a well. Oh yeah, there's also a new overlay now, so you can actually see the coverage. That's kind of nice, I guess. I would rather they just improved the radius of these, but whatever. So, first thing you have to do to activate this, and this is the first time I've tried this, so we'll find out if it actually works. Right-click on a well, hit Alt-K, and let's hit Alt-C first. Right-click on a well, Alt-K, and then Alt-C. Alt-C is supposed to increase your money. How about Alt-V? Oh, okay, well, maybe I just had to not be in that window. Anyway, it didn't give me any more money, but we are done with this idiotic level. They get worse, apparently. I looked at the Caesar Heaven walkthrough for the next level.
As I expected, the example of Miletus has already inspired other eastern cities to negotiate terms for joining our empire. And your experience with fishing has been a lesson to all my governors.
What I'm not thrilled about is the money here.
Caesar is traveling this month on a matter which need not concern you. I, the Emperor's proconsul for Roma, shall explain your next assignment in his stead. Caesar decreed that the empire shall now grow northward, beyond our traditional alpine boundary. Create a medium-sized city in Gaul, and meet the more ambitious ratings that he has defined for you. You will not encounter any armed resistance, and won't need to build defensive works. However, a small tribe of natives already lives in your new province. These barbarians will not trouble you if you stay away from their village. Use the risks overlay to see the area they claim as their own. At some point, build a mission post on the natives' land. Your missionaries will teach them some rudiments of civilized conduct. Eventually, they might even trade with you. If you see carts moving between the native village and your city's warehouses, the natives have accepted your presence, and you can safely build on their land. If you handle them properly, the natives will be no more than a minor nuisance to your city's growth. The rugged terrain is probably your true challenge. Some Roman philosophers believe that the very wildness of the northern lands explains why the people there have remained so primitive throughout the ages. The local Gauls will be awed when Lugdunum achieves the levels of culture, prosperity, and peace that Caesar expects.
Oh boy. Anyway, so according to the walkthrough, there should be 2 villages. I do actually like the smooth scrolling. That's very nice. Apparently there's not. Apparently there's one. Let's turn on the risk as was foretold. Native issues. Okay. So this is pretty bad. Pretty bad mostly because it takes away from a lot of what we can do for nice big space. I honestly almost feel like we should just wipe them out. We also see there are some wolves here. It is suggested, especially thanks to the fact that we can now build while paused, to just hem them in. There are more wolves too. Let's actually look at risks. Problems? No, that's not problems. No, I honestly actually don't know where the animals are. There's another one though, somewhere. I think it's right here. Yes. Not that they are going to be super problematic for me, necessarily. God, I think I need to just go with something like this. And hopefully they can't get around it. Okay, wolves are contained. Whatever good that is. So maybe the natives will let me build here. Very, very tiny. I wonder if once I get that mission, if that's going to let me build there. Probably not. Anyway, we have got a very, very poor building area, and so we're going to have to try and make this work out. I have major doubts. This is the last straw for this game for me. I honestly can't believe that I'm willing to not complete a city building series, but I'm just willing to walk away from this game. It looks like it gets worse from here, so I'm just kind of done. I want to see what this mod provides and what we can do with it, but beyond that, I have lost absolute interest in this. I do not think a 9x9 city grid is going to work on this. The housing block 9x9 thing is just not going to... We're going to get one out of it, so I'm going to have to improvise here. I'm going to do this off screen and do a little bit of layout, and we will come back. Alright, so this is... I did actually manage to get a 9x9 in here. And hopefully this will work out a little bit. So, one thing about this map is that there is no natural way up a cliffside. This apparently is the only way up here. This is where all the food is. We don't have access to fissures or anything like that. So yeah, we're kind of boned down here. But, wait a minute here. Let's actually look at our trade routes here. We've got one. This is my other big beef with this game, that you are so limited in the trade aspect of it. Look at how many cities there are. We get one, which really, really, really limits whatever we can get out of this shit. The only thing they buy is weaponry at the moment. That's a land trade route as well. In fact, we are landlocked, so I don't believe there's going to be a reason to have a dock. There's also a few other things. They added a lighthouse. I could not actually find this in the wiki, so I'm not really sure what this is, when we'll have to build it, if we'll have to build it. The mod has moved some things around too. I'm not necessarily a big fan of that. Added a few things. Anyhow, I mean, I guess I can just... Oh, I didn't realize how much space this actually had. Well, we want it closer to the middle here. And maybe not here, but... something to offset what will be massive industry down below. So I guess I'll just stick it here. Well, before we do that, what is this? So I could get like 1, 2, 3 in there. That brown spot. That's actually perfect. That works out just fine for me. So anyway, getting over here, getting food, we're either going to have to wipe these guys out. I built this little road here just to see, because it is within their territory. I just want to see what the impact of that is going to be. If we can get a missionary over there, like it was talking about, maybe that opens this up and then we can use their road network to get a bunch of food traveling over here. Otherwise, this is all we have access to. This is also going to be the biggest problem for my early food supply. And so what the strategy guide suggested was building like 10 granaries and filling them up before you even start distributing them amongst your people. I think just a few will do, but it's a good strategy because we have to bring them all the way over here. And this is preempting another little housing block that I know we're going to need. Apparently, the only way we're going to get 50,000 or 5,000, excuse me, in this level is to actually level everybody up. And seeing as how big of a struggle that was in the last mission, hopefully we can make this work. So, I might actually delete that now that I think about it, because that's where I'm going to want the market, over on this side. I thought about somehow working it in over here, and this is not going to work, so it's actually going to have to be here. Yeah, let's also just go ahead and put down the usuals that I know I'm going to need. And we'll be short on people for a while, but there is a way to fix that, obviously. Now we can just come in here to our labor people. Okay, biggest thing, food production as always. Prefectures, I guess, so things don't go blowing down. Followed by industry and commerce. Water services. Engineering. Health and education. It's not actually the best spread. Anyway. We need 18 people, that's not too bad. It's actually not too terrible at all. And at game speed of 80, I would hope these people would move in properly. Okay. So what was the first announcement? Employees needed, yes. Okay, well, great. So, roadblocks, nice. You don't need workers next to the places they work anymore. There is a universal labor pool thanks to this mod, which means that I don't have to build little tent cities that are going to burn down or cause riots or whatever. I can just build wherever I would like, and the people will go over there. That is going to make this much, much easier in terms of getting my my supply chains, because what it means is that I should, in theory, when I've got people unemployed, they should just be available. I don't have to wait for someone to move in before my industries can kick up. Industries that I do have, and that I would like to actually get started as soon as possible, aside from the food, are access to marble, which is going to be very valuable, and iron, which will be valuable in the form of weaponry. However, when it comes to marble, right now, that is, god damn it, a local thing for temples and the Oracle, because, again, our only trading partner only buys weaponry. Unfathomably stupid. Like, mind-numbingly stupid that they would do that. You know, especially in, like, the last mission, where... See, I don't like the fact that these walkers are still going, and we still can't find the people. I thought this was supposed to have Is this a new thing now that I have to turn off somewhere? Maybe I gotta turn it on somewhere else. The mod is supposed to have universal labor, which in my mind means that it's everywhere, like in later games. Like in Zeus and Emperor, where you don't need them living right next door to the people. I'm actually going to be pretty upset if that is the case. Because we have unemployed people now, and they're not going to here. And they're using the goddamn garden as a walking way. Just saw the Praetor going that way. Whatever he is. Prefect. Saw the damn prefect walk that way. Don't need that. Okay, we're up to a large amount of people. 4. I don't think the get situation is actually doing me any favors. I would like to believe that it does and that it works out, but evidence so far is that it definitely doesn't. So having a distribution network up here makes me a little bit nervous, just because I don't think that's actually going to go anywhere. So you know, leaving a warehouse means the walkers from the farms are going to go way up in here, as opposed to distribute here and then have the warehouser go up here. But I honestly, at this point, I don't know how else to fix that, because the accept and get thing just doesn't accept and get. It just doesn't work like it did before. It doesn't appear to anyway. Let's move it back a little bit. Yeah. I want at least one here, and I will tell it to get. Get. We will not be doing pigs. Now, 24 is the new 32, I guess, because differences in the game and how that works out. Allow the quartermaster to get food here. Allow market ladies to buy from here. I definitely want that. Okay. Another change, I guess the market ladies, when they went to buy, would also distribute on their way back. That's something that the notes say they've fixed, so that you don't have that crap going on. Meaning that maybe that's why I couldn't keep food in stock. Possibility? Should we just blow through money here? I've blown through about half the money it's given me. Well, okay. We have to do this at some point anyway, so we need to get some food down. I'm only going to focus on one food. Although, I don't know. Like, I don't know, because we have to get to a certain population, and I don't know if that population is going to need a second type of food. I guess we'll worry about it once we get higher. Okay, so I can build a little bit of a hook in here. Maybe this will be okay after all. Now, road access. These take 10 apiece. Right? Yeah, so I don't want to build too much more. I'm reluctant. I really don't think that building prefect here... I guess if I build one on that end and then one on this end... Yeah, we'll just do that. The ridiculous amount of prefects you need for this game to keep things from burning down. What the fuck is it? So we'll see in a moment if these guys actually need people nearby. It looks like they do. I mean, they do. Quite obviously they do. That pisses me off, actually. I'm gonna have to look at that, because I'm sure it said the mod has universal labor. So I'm going to have to know what that means. I was of the impression it meant that it was like the old games where you can actually just... Okay, so they've got it finally. Probably because for the first time ever he went out that way. But it's clearly not reaching down here. So we are in fact going to need people down there. Gods are unhappy because of course they are, because they're fucking dicks. So that's what I left this connected road here for. With the amount of gods, they don't need that many varieties of gods, but of course you need so many temples because gods get jealous and it's fucking ridiculous how this game handles them. So I was just going to put it all here and have them go out. Unfortunately, we can't build them all. Anyway, let's go ahead and just put them down, and then I'm going to... Oh. Oh, that's interesting. That's what this is an addition from the mod, by the way, a grand temple. Is this also an addition from the mod? Okay, maybe I need to look at the maybe I need to look at the thing a little bit closer. Yeah, this small temple to all is definitely not normal. Interesting. So I wonder what that does then. Because if I could just slam it down to have like 4 of these in the middle or something like that, I would never have to worry about having... Well, let's do it. I'm not going to put it there, just in case I need to put, like, I don't know, a bath or something. Probably start using these. As you can see, I've got the G block out. A lot of good that does me. So we'll have healthcare walkers and whatnot coming out of this loop, and hopefully they can make it around. But for the sake of this, let's just put down 1 to all right there and see what that does. Religion. Something tells me this isn't going to work. Temple to Ceres. It doesn't work. This is a temple to Ceres. It says it's a temple to all. So clearly the game, this fucking mod doesn't work 100%. That's incredibly disappointing. Okay, so never mind then, we will just put that in here. What is even the point of that? It's infuriating. Okay, so we'll do one like this then. Venus. And... who did I miss? Mars? I wonder if this counts. I wonder if putting it here would have him bounce out. Because it might go south. Well, let's put it there. Needs road access. Okay, that doesn't count. Apparently that doesn't count. Well. One way to fix this is to just extend the road like this, because now we can actually do so thanks to roadblocks. A vital and highly necessary thing to add to the game, which is why they did that in later games. They should have done it for this one. And yes, I realize now someone can walk there. Do we really care? Well, yes, because if they're going to do it looking for employees, then yes, we do. Alright, well, so that's that. That's a massive waste of space up there, unfortunately. Well, what are you going to do? Maybe I'll take out those corner pieces there, so I can at least stick something on the end here. Actually, that would be a very good idea. I'm just going to do that anyway. It very, very most likely will come back to bite me by snarling traffic at some point. But, I mean, what else are we going to do? That's a lot of space that just screws me up there. So what I could have done in future, if I ever do this again, instead of bulging it out there, bulge it out down here, and then you can kind of fill in that space and not have to put that there. Okay, I will try to recall that. Time to end this one here and learn a little bit more about what the mod does and does not do, because there's some things. There's some things that I'm already not impressed with. It does feel better. It would feel more better if it actually did the things that I was anticipating it to do. How the fuck did you get over there? So the roadblocks don't work. Jesus Christ. I'm gonna end this one here. I'll see you next time.